Hey,
we're in the winning business. If
you
you ain't winning, you ain't got no damn business
in
up in
here.
here.
Woo!
One love, baby.
Yeah!
What's going on, y'all? This Cop Pizzle. Super excited about tonight. Going to do an all-22 stream. I got a guest with me tonight. I want to go ahead and bring him on right now. Tommy G from Tommy's Takes, a Giants country podcast. What's going on, Tommy?
What's up, my brother? Thank you for having me.
How you
Super
doing?
excited. I'm doing good, doing well, man. Thank you for having me on. Big fan of the show. You know, I watched the last few of your episodes. You know, obviously, I'm still pretty new to the content game, the community. I've only been doing it a few months, but you're entertaining, my brother. And regardless of anything with us in the past, I like your shows. So I want to connect with other good content creators, man. You tell it how it is. I don't want no BS.
So Tommy and I had a little bit of Twitter beef. We had a small Twitter beef.
Tiny beef.
I disagreed with some of the things that Tommy did. I started calling him Tommy Two Takes, which I thought was super funny. But I think Tommy started to warm up to me. He's come around on me, and so I said, you know what? I've been doing these all-22 streams. I want to start having a couple guys on, and so I'm bringing Tommy on. We're gonna have a good time. So, Tommy, before we get started, do you want to plug anything?
Well, first I want to say when you offered me to come on the show, I felt like Joe Pesci and the Goodfellas at the end of the movie where we're like, we're finally going to make you. This is your moment. Let's go to the restaurant. And then he walks into the restaurant. He's like, oh, shoot. And there's nobody in there. But no, seriously, again, thank you for having me on.
Wasn't it like a house or something? Like a
what? Oh, yeah, it was a house. You're right. I'm sorry.
A garage, and they went like, yeah.
And then he goes in there and he's like, oh, shit. That's how I felt when you reached out to me. But no, just listen, you know, catch me on Twitter, Tommy G105. Obviously, my YouTube, I started it like 2 months ago. It's technically Giants Country YouTube, but it's basically my show. It's Tommy's Takes. I think I started it towards the end of August. So, you know, we're still trying to get subscribers, still trying to get a lot of Giants fans on there. You know, Cop Hizzle does a phenomenal job on YouTube. That's where I'm trying to get to YouTube-wise. You know, most of my stuff on YouTube are my Twitter people that follow me. So anybody that could follow, like, subscribe, my Tommy's Takes on the Giants Country really means a lot to me, and it means a lot to be on here with you, Cop.
And so what are you, for those that don't know, like what kind of content do you create over there?
Yeah, so basically, listen, I do whatever. You know, sometimes I'll do some generic polls, you know, that I know you like a lot. I did some in the off season, but mostly, listen, I just do my takes. You know, I give my impressions of the game. As soon as the game ends, I jump on camera and I give my takes, what I think. You know, I'll talk about stats. I'll talk about, you know, offensive, defensive philosophies, a little bit of everything. But mostly it's just my takes, how I feel. I've been a Giants fan for 25 years. You know, I eat the Giants like nonstop. And, you know, it's funny. I used to, when I was a kid, I finished watching the game and I'd like fake talking to a camera about the game and my thoughts on the game. So, you know, that's where I'm at. So anybody that could, you know, show some love, I appreciate it.
So what were your, before we play this and get into this game, what were your thoughts after this game, just initially? Like what are some of your feelings?
That's a good question.
We'll dive into it and kind of examine those things, stuff like that. But how did you feel about this game, obviously, after it was over with?
You know, to me, Cop, it was like a tale of two halves, right? So we come out, you know, obviously we go 3 and out the first drive, but touchdown next drive, touchdown drive after that. And you're thinking, wow, this is it. This is finally it. The offense is finally going to break out after 5 years. Jones is going to put up 400 yards passing. We're going to score 30 points. And it just didn't happen. You know, they started to play the bootleg better. They started to play the play action better. And then all of a sudden, tailing off the second quarter into the second half, it's like dropping like flies. Every time you hear the announcer's like, well, there's somebody down on the ground there. Looks like a giant. And it's like, we barely had a team to field to end the game. So the first half, it was exciting, you know, putting up points, seeing Danny run all over, Saquon run all over. The second half was a little tougher. The offense wasn't as smooth, ton of injuries. You know, the one of the drives that I love, I'm sure we'll go over it, is the last field goal drive where at one point we have no quarterback, right? We have Saquon Barkley at quarterback,
Yeah.
and Dable's like, okay, we're gonna run the Wildcat. Jones, you be the decoy at receiver. Barkley, you're gonna take the snap, and they still did it. And
Yeah.
that's the difference with this team to prior years, Cop. They still
Absolutely.
scored on that drive.
Absolutely. So, okay, we're going to go ahead and get this thing started. Man, just initially, wasn't it great to see these uniforms again?
Oh, beautiful. The field, the wrap around the stadium, unbelievable. I wish we would go to it permanently.
Yeah, I do too. So,
I mean, look at that.
I watched a little bit of this already, and just so that those that are watching, there's a little bit of a glitch on some of the east-west cams. You may see it. Nothing I can do about it, but this is the first drive, obviously, for the Giants right here, starting at their own 25.
And Giants currently ranked 30th in special teams in the NFL. Special teams issues
Really?
continue to hurt the team.
Barkley obviously had a great game, but he's just been so much better this year, man. Just healthy.
Man.
I mean, just so much better.
He's decisive. He's getting in there. He's not, pity pat behind the line. He's getting up in there. He's making decisive cuts. The offensive line, listen, dude, when people want to talk about how pass blocking issues and they're there, this offensive line could run block. They could stick it in there. I mean, look right here. Yeah. You didn't get a lot of yards, but you fall forward.
One thing I think you have to notice is the linebackers for the Bears. They absolutely keyed on Barkley very early in the game, and that showed. I think the Giants coach is like, "Hey, we can roll out Danny here." That's a nice throw right there. I really like that.
Barkley with the pass block right there, something he's been criticized for. Picks up the blitzing line safety.
You're right. He had two choices there too. He had to take a choice.
Nice throw by Danny, right on the boundary.
James has been so big for us this year, man.
Oh, absolutely.
Obviously, he was short, but I mean, how good's this guy been for us too?
Oh man, that punt he had towards the end of the game when we got the fumble, that was a rocket.
Yeah, he's been the man.
The hair is a nice touch too.
I mean, the lettuce is just.
I mean, come on, man, flowing in the wind.
If I could grow that, I think I would, but I can't. I can't do that no more.
Might have to turn it to a mullet.
Yeah, that's what mine would be. Is a damn mullet. What it would be. Hey, though, anybody?
Let's see.
All those. If anybody has questions and stuff like that, save it for after the stream or after the game here, and then we'll answer a couple questions.
Tay Crowder, Cop. What do you think about Tay Crowder? Interesting player.
Listen, all of the three all-22s that I've done, I've said it over and over about Tay Crowder. I think he's boom or bust. He's going to give you a great play, great hit. He's going to hit well. Coverage is suspect, but it's just he gives you those boom or bust plays where it's like, wow, he looks great. Then the others, he just.
I agree.
He just messes up. That's a great play by the Bears. Just
nice play. Mooney gave us problems. Mooney was finding holes in the zone. He definitely had a good game. Mooney. That was a field safety valve.
You got to give the other team credit once in a while.
Of course, they're professionals too. They're getting paid.
See that? Where's our pass rush right here, Tom?
Yeah, you got to get off the tackles.
I mean, the coverage is so well. Like we cover well there.
Yeah.
But then there's no pass rush.
No, it's like crazy glue. All our defensive linemen are crazy glue to the offensive line.
I mean, where's it at? I mean, our guys are playing good coverage here.
71 is terrible right there.
Yeah, Ellis, he's just not. Yeah, he's just.
Yeah.
It's just nothing there.
But this is the problem with a rebuilding team, Cop. You got players that are depth pieces on other teams playing key roles. So, I mean, it is what it is.
And see, I believe the Bears came into this game second overall in the league at rushing. Now, the Giants did good slowing them down.
260 yards the week before.
Yeah, especially coming off that Cowboys game.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, it was really good that the Giants were able to make adjustments. But it's clear that we really still miss Leonard Williams.
Absolutely. But Dexter Lawrence, man, did his best to fill that role. I'm sure he heard that talk.
Now, I'm critical of Kayvon. I really am.
Already?
Well, it's not that I'm not now. I didn't think he was that great of a prospect coming out. I thought the Giants had to, but that's a good play by him. He set the edge.
Absolutely.
I just think some Giant fans are hyping him up higher than what is it. Like he's not going to be Parsons for us. He's just not that type of player. Doesn't mean he can't be.
That was a nice rep. Beats the tackle with the rip move underneath. Could have got a sack.
I wish they would have finished that. Now, obviously, I think it was a flag on that play. But look at these guys got to have a sack right here, right? I mean, they're right. They almost do the same.
Yeah,
damn
you got to
thing.
bring him down. Nice
It's
spin
one
move
of
by Fields, but
Oh yeah, it's a great athletic play by him. Absolutely.
Ellis getting locked up again.
Yeah, McFadden got the late hit there.
Yep.
There's Tay Crowder right.
There's
There's
Tay.
Tay
That's what I'm
again.
saying.
Makes
And when
a
you
pretty
listen,
nice
when
play.
you watch the game live, you see him get impacted backwards a lot, which is
Mhm.
a little bit negative, but like he makes plays. He's in there. He sticks his nose in there. Look at that. Boom.
Yeah, I mean that's what keeps him out there, man. It really.
Yeah.
I
He's
mean,
athletic, fast,
absolutely.
smart, just not physical. This drive scared me a lot. I'm not gonna lie. When this game started, I said, "Oh no, here we go."
This was a
They
good play.
got
Watch Dexter Lawrence here, right there in the middle. Right, I thought he made a really good rep right here, just containing his guy, not creating any holes there.
that was all day, dude. All
Yeah.
day. We're gonna talk about him a lot during this show. That was a career performance by Dexter Lawrence. Good for him.
And see, there's a good, and of course Robinson ends up getting hurt in this game, but
Yeah,
this was
that sucks,
this was a
man.
good defensive play rep here for the Giants too, where they
Check out Aziz right here off the edge.
no, it was
No, I'm
Lawrence.
sorry. That was Lawrence. Yep. Lawrence
Man, he had a
again.
great game. He really did.
Yeah, he was unstoppable. He showed that first round talent
And that's
on
what
Sunday.
you want to see these young, when a guy like Leonard Williams is down, somebody's got to step up, right?
Right.
Somebody's got to. And so like the fact that Sexy Dexy stepped up, man,
baby.
like, the fact that he stepped up was big for the Giants, man. We needed him, especially coming off the Cowboy game.
And you know he heard that talk. Hey, Leo's not playing. They're gonna run all over that defensive line. It's gonna be a field day. Back to special teams, man, where you hold your breath every time. And we win the game on special teams. Go figure on a fumble.
I know.
But listen, special teams is bad because our special teams players are starting on offense and defense. Let's be realistic. We don't have depth.
Yeah, we need a little more.
It is what it is.
So here's the second drive.
It's a good drive, yeah. They do some good things here out of the single back formation. Look at Jones.
Yeah, getting away. And then look, keeping his eyes downfield.
Come on, you can't tell me he hasn't progressed, man. I don't want to hear that.
Oh,
stuff,
I think he's progressed this year tremendously. And I don't even think he was I don't even think that he was that bad of a player coming into this year. I just thought he needed good coaching, and I think that's what he's getting this year.
Absolutely. And the guy's scrambling on every play. They're running a rolling pocket.
Yeah.
Single back again.
Oh yeah, this is the run.
There we go. There you go. 2-6.
Thomas, I think, is the one. This is a pancake block for Thomas here, I think.
It's the one where he pushes down, right?
Yeah, right. Yeah, right there. Right there.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Come on.
That's all Thomas, man.
Yeah, man. That's all strength. Shout out to Andrew Thomas. I love the armband too, the elbow sleeve that Saquon wore in this game.
Now this one, I don't like this from Danny.
No.
I mean, it's a good read, but at the same, like, you got to get down. I can't have.
I hate him taking those hits, man.
Yeah, you can't take this hit right here.
No.
You know, I mean, you're liable to get concussed. And granted, he turned with the left shoulder instead of the right one, but it's like, man, why risk that?
But as is the life, right, for a running quarterback.
And look at all the linebackers key on Barkley there.
Absolutely.
Watch all these linebackers on this play from this north-south view, where they just all watch all of them here. This is where I think Kafka and all them started to realize. See, they all go to Barkley, every one of them. That they realized that we could roll Daniel out.
Yeah, the bootleg.
Yeah, the bootleg. Yeah.
I listen, Cop. Shout out to Jones with the ball fake on those bootlegs. You got a mean ball fake.
That's what I said in my post game. He was a magician in this game. Look, they go right, and then there it is.
Go wide open.
That's a great. And you're right. You're exactly right. This is a great ball. By the way, Bellinger is the exact tight end the Giants need.
I love Bellinger, man.
Catches the ball, does his job.
Tough, hard nose, catches the ball.
I love that ball fake right there.
Yeah, no, it's nasty, man. They had nothing for it. And the announcers pissed me off, too, because they're like, how do they keep giving this up? How do they keep allowing? Well, we had success running the ball early, and the guy's got a mean ball fake. It's not easy to catch on to that.
Look this is it, too. And I can't, this east-west flickering. Yeah, look at this. But this is all set up because the linebackers all go to Barkley here. Again, watch. None of them pay any attention to Daniel here.
Nope.
All of them. See, they all go to there. And then here, I think it's Tanner Hudson up there doing a great job blocking
block.
And finishing it up right there for Daniel. And that's
Listen, Cop.
coaching right there, right, Tommy? Because
Yeah,
they read that the linebackers were absolutely going straight to Barkley. They read that adjustment, and that's good coaching coming into play there.
And that's what happens when you have the number one rushing back in the NFL. They're going to key in, man. They want to stop him. They want Jones to beat him with his arm, but surprise, surprise, he could beat you with his legs. You can't. And that amazes me with defenses how they sleep on Daniel Jones' legs. Like the guy had an 86-yard run, the one where he stumbles against the Eagles that everyone makes fun of him.
Yeah.
That was an 86-yard run.
I know. Tommy, I hate talking about that play, but it comes up a lot. You're right. It comes up a shit ton.
He deserves credit for that. Yeah, he fell. It is what it is. It's been, been the story of his career so far.
Yeah.
So close yet so far.
Yeah.
But I love me some Daniel. All right, nice special teams play.
Yeah. Cam Brown, I think was Coughlin out there, maybe. I saw Coughlin.
Hard to see.
Yeah, I hate these little flickerings that they got going on this week. I don't know what that's all about. But here's another one. Like, where's our pass rush here, Tommy? It's like you got one-on-one up top there, but my guys got to get there, man. They got
people were mad at Adoree for that, but I mean, listen, it's a great throw. It's a great catch.
Look at the pocket.
Yeah, man. Look at that throw too. That's a fantastic throw, man.
Yeah, it's a great throw. And look, what do you want Adoree to do in that spot? I mean, he's trying his ass off. And obviously the Bears back into a scoring position here.
Quickly.
That's good run defense. Good run defense here again.
Jalen
Smith coming in and
played a good game, man, for his first game.
I wish we had Beavers, man.
Me too. That was devastating loss.
Yeah, that was
I think he was going to have a big impact.
Yeah, that was a bigger loss. I think a lot of us realized at the time.
Big time, I agree.
Yeah, this is a good play by Kayvon right here. Oh yeah, but
no.
You're right.
This one pissed me off, dude.
Now
listen, hold on, Cop. Hold on. No, listen. He made the tip. What is the purpose of hitting the quarterback after he deflected the ball?
I don't know, Tommy. That's what Kayvon's going to do. I'm telling you. I saw a lot of that in college. He's going to He's going to have those kind of plays. This is a great. Jahadi Ward's been great for us this year. He's been,
dude, for what we're paying him. He's earned his keep.
He has earned his keep, man. He really has. Look at this.
Yeah, not an easy play to make either.
No. Great play, actually. And that guy's Fields is great, man.
No, he's
a solid quarterback.
He caused those fits.
And
again,
Kayvon
here I'm worried.
Might be saving a touchdown right here. Let me see here. It's close.
He kept his contained though. He didn't go after the quarterback. That was good.
Yeah, he did. He kept his. That was a good play by him.
God, I love that end zone, man. Holy shit!
It does look good, don't it?
Oh.
Xavier McKinney. I've been a big fan of him watching the All-22s. I mean, here he gets in there, makes the tackle from behind. I think he's been a great player for us this year.
Absolutely.
He's been pretty stout. I think
disciplined, sound.
He's blooming under this Martindale system. It's been, he's been good.
And listen, shout out to the defense all season long. Bend but don't break, giving up field goals, and it's made a huge difference.
Yeah, I mean, really, the defense in the totality of what their work was in this game was, I thought, really good. I mean, I'm enjoying watching the defense play. Like, it's at the end of the day, we're fans, and it's supposed to be entertaining to us to watch our teams play, and I'm entertained by our defense. Like the things that they're able to create, the havoc that they're able to do. Obviously, they didn't have a great game against the Cowboys, but look, you come back on a short week and you play a Bears team that, look, they were 2-1 coming in this game, beat the 49ers. Like, a lot of people are disrespecting them, but look, if they would have beat us, they're 3-1. So, we don't know exactly what the Bears are right now.
And quick before we move on, I got some stats on the Giants D. Second in the NFL in opponent third down percentage, 29%. Second in the NFL in opponent red zone touchdown percent. Second in the NFL.
Look at this run. Not to interrupt. Look at this run by Barkley. I mean, how good is this?
Wow.
I mean, come on, man. Come on, man. How good is that?
just decisive. His vision is there, and you know what I think, Cop. What really hurt Barkley the last couple years, outside of the injuries, is his vision didn't match up with his feet. It's like you could see what he was trying to do, but he just never got there. He never got to the spot he wanted to, and he was close. He was playing well versus the Saints last year, and then he steps on a guy's ankle in Dallas, and that's it.
I think he's got confidence underneath him now. I think he's got a decent offensive line to work with now. Something a little bit better. Is it perfect? No, but it's something better to work with.
And you know what's missing now too? Those 1 and 2 yard losses he used to take constantly.
This is a nice play by Daniel right here. By the way,
Nice
I
rollout.
like how he tries to get the 15-yarder at the end of it. You'll see right here because it's kind of a cheap way to fall down. But right here, I mean, this is an athletic play right here. He just makes a move, boom, right there, and then watch his eye falls down.
Good acting, Danny. Good
I think
acting.
he's trying to get 15. So that was the end of that quarter. So now I think we're in the second quarter now.
Okay. Another bootleg rollout.
They were gonna make the Bears make an adjustment. They were gonna keep coming with that. That's why I said
it didn't happen to the second half, Cop. The Bears couldn't stop it the entire first half.
I mean, look, if they're gonna, that's the thing is you want Daniel to sit in the pocket and sling it, but like you're gonna do whatever the defense is gonna give you, right? I mean,
right.
If they're not gonna play that him rolling out, you're gonna keep doing it.
That's why all the BS about him not throwing the ball Sunday makes no sense. It's offensive game plans. Top 3 receivers are injured. They're not playing. I mean, come on. Offensive line struggled to pass block.
That's a different debate about the receivers because there's a lot. I'm very frustrated with that because, look, I mean, we need to know what Daniel is, right? I mean, as far as, if there's a contract, but is this really
This is again, Cop. This is again. Last year was the same situation with the injured skill position players. This is again.
Look, and this is a great play where I just don't think him and Kenny are on the same page. Like they just don't have chemistry. He's got a nice pocket. He throws it here, and there's just it's you know what I mean? It's like it's so off, and he's not this off with everybody else.
Not much separation there either, to be honest.
I don't know what it is between him and Kenny, but they just cannot get it together.
They never have. Remember, they had that argument in Washington last year and screaming at each other on the sidelines. They've never been in sync.
Never. They just never are in sync. I mean, it's just because you watch this stuff and you're like, well, he's connecting with his other receivers, but with Kenny, it's just nothing there.
Right. It's frustrating, man. That's for a different show, though.
Good stop for the Bears defense. Excuse me, and then obviously our defense goes back down. We need to stop. Good play there. Good tackle by Smith.
Yep.
Robinson's still in the game at this point. Look at those field goals. Look at those field goal posts moving. I mean, people don't realize how the win there.
That's a windy game, man.
Yeah, I mean, well, that's what I'm saying, Tom, is you have to put that into consideration for QB stats.
Absolutely. It's windy. It's rainy. Your top 3 receivers are out. I mean, come on.
Little confusion to start this play for Kayvon. Doesn't know if he's supposed to be in there. And then it causes no pass rush. You can see Tay's telling him to stay off. There's major confusion here.
Rookie's gonna rookie.
Yeah, I mean, then there's no pass rush. And then
he shot out a rocket there, though.
But see, Fields actually rolls out to the right and causes pressure to himself.
Right,
he had a clean pocket there. He could have stayed in there.
Good athleticism by Thibodeau right there.
Here's another, obviously it ends up breaking down, but you'd like to see the Giants do a little bit better.
Got to make that tackle. Aziz had a great game.
But again, Fields kind of runs into his getting hit here because he's fine right here. They bring pressure. He's got time. Maybe nobody's open, so he bails on it. And Aziz and Ward just kind of run into each other.
Dexter fell on both of them, too. That's how Ward got hurt. Yep. That's a big man falling on you, Cop.
Oh. I wouldn't want him falling on me. Trust me. They need to get a paramedic out there. That's a big boy.
Oh, yeah.
It's a good play by the Bears. Just, we got to get, and of course.
Oof.
Yeah.
Man, that was a tough one.
There's where Robinson gets hurt. Right
there. He got twisted up. That was a tough hit.
We got a little break there, right? I think maybe Belton might have missed his responsibility here. This is a little bit exposed where I'm not for. He takes he takes the other man coming out there So the
Right.
Giants actually caught a break there because that wasn't going to be an easy first down for the Bears.
And running a similar offensive philosophy as us, a lot of bootlegs, play actions, rollouts, very similar to what we were doing too.
Yeah, like a semi tight end screen right here.
Mm,
Just kind of rolls out.
yeah. Defensive line bit hard on that.
I like Belton too. I think he's.
You just took the words out of my mouth. I was just about to say
I
that.
think he's going to get better.
Take a hit, man.
Yeah, I mean, he needs to keep playing. It's a good play for the Giants, and this is Kayvon. This is good Kayvon to me, is because he sets the edge right here.
Right.
You'll see right here where
That makes the play.
Yeah, he sets the edge right here. He's got a tight end on him. He does what he's supposed to do to him.
Yep.
And then there's
There you
Belton
go.
making a nice play. That's what you like to see.
A lot of rookies out there, Cop. A lot of rookies.
That's why I'm think that these guys, obviously, I think Tay Crowder here. This is a big boom play for him.
Yeah, man, he's just everywhere. I'm not gonna lie. A lot of people don't like him. He frustrates me, but damn, I mean, he is fast.
A lot of rookies, like, I mean, obviously they may hit a rookie wall late in the year, but you'd
Sure,
like
of
to
course.
think too, like, they're only going to get better. The game's
Right.
going to slow down a little bit for them. It's a nice play for the Bears right here. The Giants defense just got caught trying to do, I mean, there's still some growing pains. I think some of this has got to do with young players, right? All right, you got McFadden there, right? You've got Thibodeau.
Yeah.
McFadden's got to get in there and make what is like that's on
Yeah,
McFadden.
McFadden had a rough game, man. He was
that's not a good play from him.
No, he hasn't played well this season.
I'm a McFadden fan. I think he could be something, but that's not a good play from him right there.
No. There you go.
That's a nice play.
He got home. And you know what, Cop? I said it in the first quarter. I said Zeez is going to get home because he had the two holdings that should have been called on the tackle on him that, of course, the refs don't call. And he finally got home. And
that's the kind of play that we get excited about him for.
Right. And he can do it.
Obviously, that ended up being a fumble, the Giants' ball.
Good play.
Yeah.
Stopped the good Bears drive, too.
Yeah.
And there he goes.
And I think this is an Evan Neal pancake here, too, if I'm not mistaken.
You're correct.
I think Neal pancakes his guy here and it leaves. Let me see here. Nah, not really. He didn't pancake.
Almost.
But it was a good block. But a great
What a
run
game
by
he had,
Barkley.
though,
I mean, that's what he had a good game. Neal had a good game, especially
zero pressures, great in the run game. He really did his thing. That's what made his neck injury unfortunate. I don't know how serious it is, but it was easily his best game out of the four.
And here we go, rolling out of the pocket.
We go. Bootleg rollout. Easy peasy.
Mm-hmm.
I love that single back.
This is just, to me, this is coaching right here. Coaching, understanding what they're seeing, and they're adjusting to what the defense is throwing at.
Absolutely. And it's mostly been out of the single back formation, different variations. Utilization of the tight ends was big for us in this first half, in the run game and the pass game.
And I hope Bellinger gets to play the whole year. I hope he doesn't get hurt or anything like that, because I really think he's going to improve and just continue. I think he's good now, but I think he's going to only get better, man.
Absolutely. He gets more used to the speed of the game.
Mm-hmm. Not a bad play here.
And listen, that's what I'm telling you is the difference, Cop, I feel, for the last couple of years. Instead of those 1 yard losses and no gains, he's getting 2 yards, 3 yards, falling forward. And you could see, listen, if you're an NFL fan, you watch football, you see right from the TV if that offensive line's making impact right when the ball is snapped. You see that. Yeah. And like you've seen against Dallas last week when we weren't in the passing game. We were getting pushed back. Nice play.
Can't remember if there was a call on the Giants here. I think there was a flag on this. I don't know if this play ends up holding up.
Did somebody say Danny's not accurate on the run? Because from what I'm seeing, the guy's pretty damn accurate on the run.
Again, and we just talked about the wind condition.
Am I wrong?
Right, Tommy? I mean,
absolutely.
So there was a flag on the Giants for that. I think it was a legal formation. This wasn't a good. Oh no, this is.
Here we go.
Blocking right here.
Look at Jones, so inspirational. That's my quarterback right there. That's my quarterback. Stop talking shit about him. The guy puts his neck on the line every game. Literally,
He literally puts his neck. Literally. I mean, it wasn't a great play, but this is the generational talent everybody talks about, right? With Barkley, it's like making nothing into something, right?
Yeah, that was a nice play. That
It's
was
a nice
that
play
really
by
set.
him.
And then we have the big one here, I believe, right off it.
Well,
They're
this is
keying in.
no,
I'm
this is
sorry, my
Rita,
fault.
but I think that this is the same. They end up running
Coming
the
up,
same
right?
play that gets them another touchdown.
Yeah, because they, like you said, they're keying in on Barkley, especially after he broke that one out. And here he goes again, 3 yards.
It's so weird. I watch these games and then it's like I forget them.
Me too.
You know,
They all get blended together.
They all
in your
get
head.
blended together.
Here we go. Boom.
Here it is. It's the same. It's literally the same play that they scored the first touchdown on. It's the same.
All eyes on Barkley. Everybody.
And you can see it here from the north-south view here. It's like everybody's keying on Barkley. They all chased. They didn't learn their first time. And here's Hudson again doing a good job blocking.
Nice block. And then right there, you're probably thinking, all right, this is it. We're going to score 40 today. And
but see, like here's the thing, Tom. It's like that they clearly see that that's working.
Right.
Why does he have to drop back and just pass?
Doesn't. Why? Just to please people and say he threw 40
passes? Like, I'm not I don't care that he didn't throw for 300 yards. If he can get it on the ground too, why not do it?
Right.
Now, do I want him taking hits? Absolutely not.
No, yeah.
But
that's got to stop.
But I mean, he's somewhat safe about it. I mean, he had one bad.
Listen, he's improved there, Cop. Let's be real. As far as sliding and protecting himself, he's improved.
Well,
it's never going to be foolproof.
The fumbling, he's.
Oh yeah, come on.
100% got better at.
And someone said on Twitter, well, that's because they're taking the ball out of his hands. This kid takes a beating. He took a beating in this game, and he held on to the ball.
Dexter right here with a nice play.
There you go, Dexy.
Getting off his man right here.
That 11 million was well worth it.
Watch this. A little bit of a double team there, and boom, got him.
Just that little bit.
Stride,
just that little reach.
Ward's right there. Clean it up.
Defense got a lot of heart. They might not have a lot of talent, but they have a lot of heart.
What's funny is, the secondary, obviously, there's a play right there on Adoree. I think our secondary plays their ass off.
Absolutely.
I think they try their ass off, and and I thought they were going to be a unit that wasn't going to be great for us this year. And to me, they're a pleasant surprise.
I thought, A-Rob too. I thought Aaron Robinson had played well up since that injury. That's why it's so unfortunate. There you go.
Yeah.
Look who it is again. Unblockable. He's unblockable in this game.
Yeah,
straight up.
He was great this game. And like you think, well, what could he be with Leonard Williams beside him again? Right. You know what I'm saying? Like he's getting better, and I think that's good. I think this is coaching.
Of course it is.
I think this is coaching right here, making him an even better player. Because there were some questions last year, like, what is Dexter Lawrence, right?
Yeah, there was even questions about the fifth-year option during the offseason. But Wink Martindale's a fantastic coordinator. Here we go.
And look, James, the totality of James's work this year has been great. This is probably the worst play that he's had.
That sucked. That was a big momentum killer right there. And shout out to the defense because they still end up holding to a field goal after all this.
You just hate to see James because he's been doing so well.
Yeah.
And it's like you're going to make mistakes. It's the National Football League.
Let's see if the Bears could capitalize here.
Is that Dexter again?
No, yeah.
Maybe not.
Dexter and Ward again. Let's see it better from this angle.
Actually, it's Otay.
Crowder again.
That hole, man.
So I've counted just off casually looking about 7 tackles already.
Yeah.
I might be over-exaggerating. I like to over-exaggerate when I watch the game.
Good tip ball right here.
Yeah.
Which is,
I like this angle.
You can't get to the quarterback. Knock it down.
Yep.
I wish it would tell us how much time is left.
Yeah, I was thinking that earlier too.
Yeah,
this is a touchdown here. See the guy in the middle of the field on the post. He missed the touchdown. He had him.
But with that being said, look at Tay Crowder here. Watch. I mean, this is an open field tackle. Justin Fields here. Like this is look at all the space he's got, and Tay wraps him up and brings him down. Like that's
absolutely
the boom or bust with Tay. It's like, hey, He's going to give you some bad stuff, but that's a good play right there from him.
Yeah.
Like, you need those. Nice play by Monroe like that right there. And he's been sneaky good for us.
Fabian could do his thing, man. When we signed him, I was like, okay, that's a quality depth piece. That's not just a depth piece; it's quality.
He's playing his ass off too. Like, I mean,
absolutely
coming in and filling a hole that we need to be filled, especially with Robinson going down.
Just gonna say he's gonna be called upon a lot more.
Yeah, absolutely.
We got Aaron Rodgers coming up this week.
And I mean, the Bears tried to run. They tried, man. They
did.
They definitely tried here. The Giants just did a good job most of the game and made it tough on them. Made the Bears have to throw it.
Listen, they shot the gaps, the Giants. What happened versus Dallas? Austin Calitro has the bad shoulder leverage, goes into the wrong gap, and gives up a 40-plus yard run to Pollard, and he's inactive the next game. Good, that it should be that way.
It should be that way. You're right, Tommy. It really.
And I was rooting for him. You know, he comes from the same hometown that I do, Calitro. I was happy he made the 53.
Mm-hmm.
But dude, you can't take wrong shoulder leverage in the NFL at this level and give up a 50-yard pop off. Come on. Monday Night Football versus Dallas.
Yeah. I know.
There we go.
Cowboy, like, you know.
Can we ever beat them again, Cop? Like, seriously, dude. Can we ever beat them?
You need to set your ass on the bench and think about what you.
Yeah. Couple games, too. All right, screen right here. Crowder reads it beautifully.
Crowder, yeah. It's a good. I mean, now going back and watching this, Crowder had a good game.
He did.
Crowder had a good game, man. A lot of people talk about how bad our linebackers are, you know, but Crowder had a good game here.
He's active.
Yeah.
Again, bend but don't break. You hold to a field goal.
Mm-hmm.
I'm good with that. Curious to see about the injury report tomorrow when it comes out, man.
Yeah, a lot of talk about, obviously, Jones.
Yeah. What do you think? Think he's going to play?
I think if it wasn't in London, I feel like we'd be a better chance, you know, because
having the same thing. Semi-short week, right? Yeah. Semi-short, long travel.
Long travel. You're going to have to be on your feet a lot, getting on and off the plane, right? There's a human element to that too, right? You got to travel. Right. You actually have to go out there, and then you got to do a lot of walking around and stuff. I mean, I'm hopeful that he plays. However, the Giants coaches and doctors have seemed to play most players safe. Right. Guys, you think guys are going to play that they're setting, like Kayvon, for example?
And the thing is, too, with Jones, I mean, his legs are his weapon, right, Cop? Like that's one of his best attributes. You know.
Well, if he doesn't have his legs, he can't protect himself.
That's what I'm saying, and that takes away a huge part of his game. And I don't want to risk it. I don't want to risk him going out there and then he re-hurts it and he's out 6 to 8 weeks. Season's over. The evaluation of Jones is over on a negative. It is what it is. It's to be a tough game, even if he plays.
Oh, yeah. I mean, well, here's the thing, too, is the Packers have got a really nice pass rush.
Right.
I mean, they've got almost something similar to what the Cowboys have. And, you know, give the Cowboys credit. They got a nice pass rush. It wasn't all Micah Parsons on Monday night. It was a lot of Lawrence.
Oh, Lawrence destroyed it. I can't stand Lawrence either, not for nothing.
Lawrence played well, and I think he had like 3 sacks or something like that. And the Packers, they've got, I mean, everyone talks about Aaron Rodgers and that offense, but it's really that defense that's doing it for him this year. And so that's the thing is, do you want Daniel to go against that?
I'd say no, Cop. I'd say play it safe, man. Only thing that sucks is Tyrod is out.
Yeah, I just wish Tyrod could play. That's the biggest thing. I would say I would agree with you if I knew Tyrod could play.
Right.
But I mean,
you don't want to see no Jake Fromm? Come on, man. He could throw it at least 20 yards.
I don't need any more.
Come on, give him some credit, Cop.
I don't want any more Jake. I don't want any
more
Jake.
Throw a mean quick slant.
I think I've had enough of Jake Fromm. Look, Tanner Hudson's got to make this catch right here.
Yeah, you got to hold on.
Kill me, man. My man put it right on the numbers there, and he dropped it.
That's so frustrating. Someone was fighting with me about that the other day on Twitter. Drops have not been a problem. Giants only have 5 drops. They're 13th worst in the NFL. But have you seen the drops? Yeah. Have you watched the games and the spots they've come in? A lot of them have been on intermediate to deep passes that Jones gets criticized for.
Yeah.
Barkley with the nice run up the gut.
I think we're getting ready to almost end the first half here.
Yep.
It's almost over with. There's Seals.
This play bothered me. And this is the thing with the Giants receivers. What I believe it was 3rd and 6. You run a dig route and you stop 5 yards. So go to 6 yards, my man.
Yeah.
Get the first down. Help your quarterback out. Don't stop a yard short.
Yeah. Well, the receiver deal is a big topic for us, right?
I've had enough of him too, man. I'm sorry.
I mean, there was a Seals Army that wanted him to make the team for 2 years, right? I mean, this was not just a 1-year thing. This was several years that they wanted him to make the team.
Yeah, of course.
And look, I mean, the receiver spot's a big problem for the Giants. I mean, it really is.
Oh, it's huge.
What's sad is you watch this game and you think, well, Danny's playing pretty good. Saquon, like, damn it, if we just had one guy, like a Tony, for example.
Let me ask you this. How many points we score in this game if we have a true number 1 receiver? What do you think?
Maybe 10 more.
Yeah, I agree. It's going to hurt. It's going to hurt this season, Cop.
I think at least another touchdown.
Nice play there. McFadden has some skills. You see him out there. Got to work on his tackling a little bit.
But he's in his 4th game in the NFL, you know? It's his 4th game. And here's the thing, is he really wasn't supposed to be playing this year.
Right.
You know, you would think that you thought Martinez was going to be the guy. And obviously he didn't take the pay cut.
Right. That was a shocker.
You know, Beavers was supposed to be out there. So McFadden was supposed to probably sit on the sidelines and develop a little bit. And now he's being thrown into action.
And that could be good or bad, right?
Yeah, I mean, you're going to either learn or you're not going to grow from him. See here, like, I get it. He's all over it. Watch.
Yeah, it happened multiple times this game.
Yeah, watch this right. He's all over it, man. Like, you just got to finish this right here. He's right here. Yeah, kills that backer right there. Dexter.
It up. That big boy.
And so I believe that was the end of the half.
First half, yeah.
And so this is
first half.
It was a good first half. Start the second half here. Nothing like, other than the James fumble on that punt, nothing like atrocious.
No, a couple of stupid mental error penalties. The Thibodeau one, there was another one also, but nothing crazy.
Nothing game changing.
No,
outside of that James muff pump. And so the Giants have actually been really good in the second half in a lot of their games this year.
Finish strong, right? That's another big difference.
There's a nice play for the Bears right here.
Yeah, nice rollout. Fields could play, man. I haven't watched a lot of Fields his career. He could play.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he can. See, Tay was just a little bit indecisive right there.
Yeah.
He didn't know exactly what he should do there. And again, it's a tough spot. I don't think.
Remind me of the Zimenez play versus Tennessee this year.
Right.
Where he kind of got stuck. Got stuck in neutral.
It's a great example. Great tackle right here, Dory. I mean, these DBs, man. Tackle. They play, man. They
hard
play their ass off, man. And look, I didn't like the signing of Adoree Jackson. I really didn't when Gettleman got him, but man, he has completely played phenomenal this year.
Absolutely.
Really well. Setting the edge here.
Setting the edge. Yeah, he took the setting the edge.
And that's Fabian. I believe it's Fabian's side this time. And Kayvon's there. Yep. Tay. Crowder's
Kayvon stands his guy up right there. Nice
Crowder,
play,
man,
team tackle.
Man, he had a great game. I did not realize how good of a game Crowder had.
It's crazy when you look back on it. He's in on almost every stop. It's incredible.
Look, Kayvon was getting doubled right there. I think that's interesting.
He got tripled at one point in this game too.
I mean, why? You'll see it right here. He gets doubled right here. Yeah, right there.
Yeah.
I mean, only a 3-down lineman rush there, or 3-man rush.
And that's why the emergence of Dexter Lawrence in his game is critical. If he could keep that up the whole year, you got him, Aziz, and Thibodeau. Who are you going to double? Who are you going to block? Like, you know, it's going to be tough. You're going to have to make some tough choices.
And see, this is a bad play from Crowder because he didn't feel it. I don't think he, and maybe I'm wrong, but
it's tough from that angle. Let's see from this angle
right here. right?
Yeah.
You'd
He
like
peeked
to see it.
inside.
Yeah, peeked inside. Like that's where it's
Bad
like,
shoulder
come
leverage.
on, you're having such a good game. Don't
Yeah.
do me like that, you know. And Jihadi Ward coming on the backside there. Yeah, these all-22s, they really give you another a different glimpse other than the original broadcast or even being
Of
at the game.
course.
You know,
Especially if you're a fan of the team, you're all into the game, you're hyped
yeah,
up, you're jumping up and
absolutely.
down.
Yeah, you got that shot of adrenaline from the game.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I know exactly. Yeah. Now it's a little bit easier because the outcome we already know.
Right.
So it's like it's a little bit easier to watch. It's kind of understanding of what's going on.
This is a great angle. I like this angle.
Yeah.
I do wish they would show down and distance though and score.
Yeah. They do it every just handful of times, but not really. There's
There we
Smith.
go. Jalen Smith
But that was
again.
really not a great play by the Bears. They tried to go back to this little semi-tight end screen kind of deal here, some kind of tight end rollout. Just didn't
Little
work.
sidearm action from
Yeah.
Fields right there.
And I think a lot of this is because the Bears could not run the ball really well.
Right.
And so they tried to find other ways to get something going, and they couldn't get a good solid answer. Now, granted, they're getting field goals. The
Right.
Giants defense is bending, but they can't find a way to break through and get that big touchdown.
Not their game, right? They're a pure Russian team.
Yeah,
Fields is not going to beat you with his arm often.
Exactly, Tom. Like it seems like Fields is going to be a much better quarterback, and a lot of quarterbacks are if you're able to run the ball.
Right.
Not the best returns here for this is one.
Yeah, I said it Sunday, man. We might as well just not take it out of the end zone at this point. Every time we take it out, it's at the 10, 15-yard line.
Yeah, I mean, you don't want to start from the damn 15.
No, why give up 10 yards? Just nail it down. And I love kick returns as much as the next guy, but when they changed the rule a few years ago, it's like, all right, just get it at the 25.
Yeah, he's at the 13, it looks like.
Yeah, it's tough.
That's terrible.
That's 12-yard loss if he would have nailed it in there. And honestly, Cop, that's the biggest difference. I know I've said it already on the show. It's the biggest difference with Barkley. He's just not taking losses. He's getting up. He's decisive. Whatever he has, he's taking it. He's not always looking for the big home run.
That's a good north-south run right there.
Yeah, man. I'll take it 3 yards, first down.
2 or 3 yards, cloud of dust.
Man, they love the single back formation.
Bears give us a free 5 there.
Yes, sir.
I'll take that.
Love me some free yardage.
But yeah, I mean, it sucks that you're starting the drive from the 13.
So I'm saying it's essentially a 12-yard loss as if you would have just kneeled it in the end zone and let the ball go out the back. Number 93 was trying to get that head start right there.
Yeah.
Didn't see a lot of Roquan Smith in his game. I was surprised. I thought he'd have a little bit more of an impact in his game. The week before, he had 18 tackles, an interception, forced fumble.
This is a, flag on this play, but I mean, Daniel, again, is it a spectacular play? No, but I mean, look at this. I mean, he's got a man in his face, makes a move. I mean, like, come on, like, I don't know what it is to say. Obviously, it was a penalty on the Giants, but
so it's making something out of basically nothing. You made a little something out of it.
Barkley almost broke that. That was a nice.
Yeah. Single back again.
Yeah.
Yeah, almost got him. Roquan Smith finished it off.
Yeah. This is, and see, they got a nice catch from James there.
Yeah,
big passing catch right there. You could see, I was going to say that Slayton was, going deep there. They tried to take a little bit of the top off the defense a little bit. That's when they started trying to get him in there. Nice throw right there from Jones.
Well, this is really where the Bears start to key in on the bootleg and stop it. So the Giants kind of, what do we do now?
And isn't that sad though? Like Jones's go-to guy in key moments is damn James.
Yeah, for basically a fourth string receiver on any other team.
But he's
I'm not
just
gonna lie.
they brought him in to play special teams.
Yeah, absolutely. And he flashed in training camp. He flashed in the preseason.
They're trying to do a little rollout there again.
Yeah, the Bears did a much better job in the
Yeah.
second half
They
defending
started
it.
making adjustments. But
Yeah,
even there, they're somewhat beat. Just not
yeah,
just nothing out there for the Giants there.
yeah. 1-on-1, the guy made the tackle. Nice tackle.
See, this is one where it's probably not the best to throw from Jones.
Yeah, this was one I think he wish he would have had back.
Because his pocket's good here. I mean, he's
Yeah,
got time. He just a little high.
little high.
Probably put a little too much zip on that.
Yeah, sometimes the intermediate throws, short to intermediate. I think he could do a little better job. I remember in the Dallas game, we had that 3rd and 5 in the second half at midfield, tie game, and he had Shepard coming on the drag, and he just a little too much mustard on it, a little too much.
And this guy, I mean, and the lettuce and all.
This guy's no joke, dude.
I mean,
He comes out there, and it's like, oh shit, here we go.
left-legged and all.
Well, doesn't he have a nickname? What's his nickname?
This like something sledgehammer,
Scottish something,
like
right?
Scottish sledgehammer. I think it's something like that.
Pretty close.
Of course, they had to kick again.
So again, right there, Cop, that's about, without having the benefit of seeing the exact yard, it's about a 15-yard swing off that
Yeah.
penalty from the original punt.
No, absolutely.
I don't think it's coaching necessarily. I think it's just we don't have quality depth. So
There's got to be accountability for football IQ.
right, Cam Brown
Right.
misses a tackle there.
I mean, you got to have some. And Cam Brown, I mean, I'm so iffy on him. It's like I thought for sure by now he'd be a starting linebacker.
Yeah, man, I'm shocked. He's a very good special teams player. Don't get me wrong; he has a role, but
He's
I
a
agree. I thought he at least get some reps out there on defense. Nothing, not even a whiff.
Here's Fox setting a good edge here.
Tamon Fox, what are your thoughts on him?
I mean, just a young player. I think it's going to get better, right? I mean, that's the depth that we need. By the way,
Lawrence Taylor co-signed him.
Take Ryder was on the tackle there too.
Ridiculous. This guy's everywhere, man.
See, that if we can complete some of those sacks, man.
Missed a few.
I mean, look at this one right here, Tommy. I mean, like, this is the X-Man, right? O'Shane.
Yeah.
You could just get this one right here.
Just close.
And see, Dexter put that pressure on Fields and
Absolutely
got him to roll right into it. O'Shane just wasn't ready for it. Doesn't look like.
That's probably like the 4th missed sack I think we counted in this game so far.
Those guys got to get better, man. They have to get better there. There's Sexy Dexy again, cleaning that thing up. And again, man, this Giants defense. I wish we'd had Leonard Williams against them, the Cowboys. I think
Me too,
had
dude. That was such a loss that game.
Yeah, it's a big loss for us, man. We can't play too many games without Leonard Williams.
That was a winnable game too. I'm not gonna lie. There was a couple plays in there. You got the Galladay drop where he's trying to look ahead before he catches it. We're a couple plays away from being undefeated.
Yeah, unfortunately.
Woulda, coulda, shoulda.
Woulda, coulda, shoulda.
Jihad Ward, nice pressure again. He's another one of those players, Ward, where he's not, doesn't play a perfect game, but
brings his lunch pail.
Does just enough. Exactly.
He brings his lunch pail.
He did a tremendous job on Derrick Henry in week 1 setting that edge. Holy cow, man.
Yeah.
They were tossing Henry around like a rag doll.
And look, I mean, we got to get our guys, our young guys, we got to get them out there, but it's good that we've got Ward that can spell those guys and actually play and do something well.
And he's a good leader too.
Yeah, great leader.
You've seen it in the preseason and camp.
He's a maniac on the sidelines.
Absolutely. Nothing there for Jones. Where's the separation at with these receivers, man?
There was a flag on this play right here, but Jones looks a little indecisive right here. Like
anytime he throws to receivers, he's indecisive.
Yeah,
he's trust him.
That play didn't. I don't love that play either, to be honest with you. But there was a flag on the Bears. So we kind of got a break there. Here we go. There we go. Back to this.
There we go.
Love to see that, but we don't want that hit, do we, Tommy? Like we don't,
No,
especially
Get
on the
down, Danny. Get down, man.
especially on the right arm side, right? Because we
Get
need
down.
don't want any shoulders. Like this is enough right here. Boom. We got the first down. Like
Yeah,
gosh.
I thought about that. It's funny. I thought about that live when it happened, and you cringe every time because
Yeah.
especially on the throwing arm.
Because I mean, if Danny goes down, I mean,
That's it.
great pocket here. I love Darius Slayton. He's got to come down with this.
Got to catch that ball.
I'm a Darius.
I know you are. I've seen it.
I pound it on Twitter all the time. When he drops this, Tommy, in the game, I just put my head down because I knew what was coming for me.
Probably would have been 6 right there if he
obviously,
catches
he
it.
got the PI, so that's good. He took the top off the defense, but damn, bring that down. You know what I mean?
And he had a nice catch later in the game, an immediate catch.
Here's the
Big
Bears
stack.
making an adjustment right here because the Giants kept going to it. I think this
Went to the well too many times.
Is this where Daniel gets hurt too? Right here, I think.
Yes,
right
it
there.
was.
Yeah. See,
Yep.
when they go to the
Jacoby.
well, they went to the well too many times. And look, Danny's out here trying. Like nobody knows he's got a bad ankle yet.
I didn't know either. I didn't think anything of it.
But he's trying. Like he's going to keep playing here. And they just handed off to Barkley to give this play. Obviously, they gave Jones, tried to give Jones a rest.
Let's see. Let's look at the ankle and see when he drops.
He's
back
hopping
on his
right
ankle
there. See it?
couple. Yeah.
But I mean, they kept going to that rollout, and that's what
Too many
eventually got him
times,
hurt. Yeah, because the Bears picked it up.
And he did nothing wrong there in regards to him being injured and getting injured.
He did not put himself in the. Yeah, it wasn't. He didn't put him in that spot to get injured. It's just
no. Jacoby Briscoe got right in there. There was no time to even react.
Yeah, see, he can't even put. See right there, he can't put any weight on that. He's hitting off hurt.
Hate to see that.
Yeah.
But again, another field goal, solid drive.
But that drive completely was over because of the ankle.
Yeah, this is where it started getting a little bit hectic here now. Jones goes down.
They knew they couldn't throw because he had a bad ankle. I mean, at that point,
right.
I mean, I'm sure the coaches realized it. Said, shit, we can't throw with him. I mean, we got to run it.
Shout out to Graham Gano too. What a phenomenal kicker.
Oh.
I know he missed one on the last drive of the game, but that was a low snap. We're blessed to have Gano back there, especially, with an offense that's still trying to find its way. It's nice to be able to back up and have a field goal.
Mm-hmm. Oh,
those are killers, dude. When you have a nice drive and you got to settle for a field goal and you miss it, that's a killer momentum wise.
Killer. And see, that's a good angle punt right here. Puts it right in the corner. It's just you'd like for
Gilliam had a great game.
Yeah. Let's see here.
Nice job setting edge. Missed the tackle.
Yeah,
Smith looked surprised that the tackle was missed, and then he misses it.
Yeah. Well, I mean, he had one arm.
That's tough. Yeah, it's a tough tackle.
Somebody has to get over there, and Smith got over there just a tick late.
Yeah. Like you said earlier, the other team's going to make plays too. They're coming to play too.
Yeah.
Damn.
Avon, I think we got a little break with the drop right there, but
yeah,
Avon was all over it. It's just like he almost got too excited, Tommy,
Yeah, he was shot out of a rocket. He got there and then just didn't finish.
There. Yep. Tight end does nothing for blocking him. He just stay on your feet.
Man, just missed him. If this wasn't a mobile quarterback that we were playing against, we would have easily had 7-8 sacks this game.
It's possible.
Maybe not easily, but
nice play by Fabian there.
Yeah, there you go, Fabian.
I mean, that's the thing. Is like if you're the Bears, right? What do? We can't run the ball great right now. We're going to try to attack their second cornerback, but he's playing good.
Yeah.
Right. I mean, what's the Bears' options? I mean, at some point,
right. D-line's getting pressure. D-line's getting in there.
D-line's getting exactly.
Big stop right here too. By the way, at that point in the game, another nice punt.
Mm-hmm. Now, so Taylor comes in here. This is where Taylor comes in. I believe.
Interesting couple reps for him too.
Yeah.
We'll see it coming up on this drive here.
But see, he knows the offense in some capacity.
Right.
I don't know how much he knows Kafka's plays, but as far as anything that's mixed in with Dable, he should know.
And now you see the Bears really start to key in on Barkley with Jones out on that play. They just went head over heels at Barkley. I mean, look at that. Blitzing.
Well, yeah, of course. I mean, who are you going to be afraid of receivers? So this is the start of the fourth quarter now.
Yep.
Who are you going to be afraid of from a receiver standpoint? Great run right here. And
nice run.
I think somebody gets pancaked here, maybe. Let me see. Actually, Neil is actually not in the game here.
Right. He was out at this point.
Yeah, he was already
and
out.
That's against an 8-man front, and he still got what, 5-6 yards right there. So good run blocking.
That's huge. Oh, from Taylor. Yep. Like this.
Nice play.
That's a good play. Little RPO action there.
Yep.
And you'd like to think a veteran quarterback of him would know, like, would really know what to do. He has nice ball there.
There you go. Nice move.
Them two could work well together. Him and
Barkley.
Yeah,
absolutely.
So I just think Daniel's really, I think he's a good quality quarterback. Now this is bad.
It takes a shot right here. Double coverage.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I want to see Slayton try to do a little more there, but it's like this is where I just don't love Taylor, because you've seen a lot of this in his career. He's going to take the deep ball shot, but
double coverage.
Yeah, I mean, it's.
I don't put that on Slayton at all. Could he have fought for it more? Sure, but regardless, that's a bad play.
Yeah, I'm being picky on Slayton, but my point being, if Jones makes that throw, they would have crucified him.
Oh my goodness,
they'd have crucified him. So the Bears get it back here, and look, I mean, they're trying to run right here, right? I mean, they're trying to get something going.
Shadow of their own goalpost. And Herbert's a good running back, man. I give him a lot of credit.
Yeah.
A lot of Chicago fans think he should have been the number one running back for the Bears.
Guys, any questions you guys have for us? We'll answer them after the stream is over with. We'll hang around here and have a quick discussion.
Quick little powwow.
Quick little. That's a good one from McFadden and Tay right here, coming up in the middle right here. McFadden obviously eats up the block, and then Tay kind of finishes it off. Watch right here. Boom, and then here comes Tay.
Yeah, I mean, McFadden might have got in there too if it was a little bit longer.
That's Martindale, right? I mean, it's his
absolutely
that's his thing.
Double blitz
right? I mean, those guys are doing their job.
Another big stop here in the fourth quarter. Back-to-back big stops by the defense.
So there's 12 minutes to go here in the fourth quarter.
This is where it starts to really get sticky now for the Giants offense.
I like that.
This gets a little bit kooky.
Things do get a little sticky here, don't And James he was all over the place in this game, man.
Yeah, we just struggle on special teams, man. It's tough. For years.
And that was a flag on the Giants head that backed them up.
Yeah.
So we're going to go back to Pounding Barkley here, who had a ton of carries in this game. I think he had
He did, right? He had like over 30, right?
Yeah, I think he had over 30. He was a workhorse in this game, man.
Absolutely, he did it all.
This is what you hope that you get when you draft one and 2 overall.
Right.
It's this kind of performance.
And, not much there, but it's fourth quarter. You're running some clock down too. That takes a big account in the play calling here. Bears offense struggling.
Barkley again. And I don't know how many times you've seen Barkley in person, Tommy, but in person he seems small. Like obviously he's got thick legs, but he seems like a small athlete.
Right.
He's not as big as you think he would be.
No, stature-wise, he definitely seems smaller.
Yeah.
I seen him week 1. I was there. I'm sorry, week 2.
This is a good play by
This
Taylor.
Is a nice play. This play got me hype. Nice spin, first down.
Yeah, and all the Tyrod Taylor backers are in the preseason. Man. We're loving this, right?
Oh, yeah, they were rocked off
look
that.
what we could get if we had Taylor in all the time, and
that was Roquan Smith. He did that too, no less.
Nice play. I mean, I think the play he gets hurt is coming up, though.
Yeah. And you could just see the Bears
back
not
far.
allowing the Giants to run the ball right now.
Yeah.
8-man box,
Yep.
9-man box.
Yep. Well, I mean,
Safety coming
that's
down.
all we got right here, right? I
Yeah.
mean, we've already seen Taylor take one chance and he threw an INT. You know, the coaches know the defense is playing well. They don't want to make it. They don't want to give the look where we are in the territory here too.
Yeah.
That's a safe throw there. My boy Darius made a nice catch. Probably, I think
Nice
that's
play,
first.
Slayton.
Might be the first one for the year for him.
Yeah, it was. Nice play, though.
Yeah, nice play. Yeah, I mean,
I'm rooting for him. Listen, I've been hard on him, but I'm rooting for him.
Hits him right in the numbers. He makes the catch, makes a man miss, gets the first down.
Big first down, too.
And we need him, man. Like, we really need him. I think this is the play right here, Tyrod.
Yeah.
No, it's coming up.
No. All right, toss play. All right, not the best blocking.
But again, you're going to the side that Evan Neal's out, right?
Right.
And look, the Giants try to bring extra guys there. Clear that out.
Misses his block. And that's a good point. That's Neal's replacement missing the block right there.
Yeah, I mean, if you got Neal there, maybe that's a better play. Who knows?
Yep.
Where's Seals Army at now?
Out of here. Get this guy out of here, man.
I mean, that's a good throw from Tyrod, right? He's got time.
Yeah, it's on point. Accurate. Get this guy back to the practice squad, please.
I mean, come on.
Catch the ball, bro. Come on, man. Really?
Seals Army.
Falls down in the Dallas game. Gets Jones an unnecessary interception to end the game.
Here, this might be it right here, Tommy.
Yeah.
Gets the first down.
Scramble.
I admire the toughness, but
yeah, I was just gonna say that. I was just gonna say get down, but I do want them to fight for the first down. But
I'm cool with fight, but it's like, damn it, man. Like and now we need you too. You know what I'm saying? Like you just came in, Daniel hurt his ankle. We need you to be healthy. And
those are tough though. That's just the competitor in them.
No,
once they see that marker, man, that's tough.
I get it, man.
I'm with you though, man. I'm with you.
Just there's got to be a little bit more football IQ there. And look, I like what Breida is off the Giants.
Yeah, Wildcat formation. Giants come out in the Wildcat. Breida
things are getting sticky here, right?
Tom? Yeah, things are getting a little kooky. 2-back set, 3 backs. Look at Breida
going back to high school football right here. The
All right, got Daniel Jones split out wide.
Yeah,
imagine they would have threw it to him.
Well, that's the thing is like Daniel did come back in.
He did.
I know he's a decoy here, but if he was absolutely immobile, like you wouldn't think that he would come back in. This is what gives me hope that he can play the Packer game. Because why would they put him back on the field in this situation? I know he's again just a decoy, but you telling me Darius Slayton or Seals can't be out there?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Hey, just go out there and stand there.
Absolutely.
That kind of makes me think that he would play again.
And the kid's tough as nails, man. They don't come much tougher than Daniel Jones. I don't care what anybody says.
And I would think that the New York market would love that, Tommy. You guys are supposed to be New York. Look, he's back in the game here again.
I know it's a passing league and people want all the points and excitement, but come on.
Yeah.
All right, that's the way to drive Boggs down. Once they bring Jones back in to drive Boggs down because the Bears
they know that he's on one wheel.
Yeah. He's got a busted wheel out there.
Oh, that's true. Setting just said he's the only player with the speaker in his helmet. That's true.
Yeah, he was calling the plays, and that's a great point.
That's a great
Who
play.
said that?
Setting. He's been a great subscriber.
Exactly. He got the play easier to get the plays in when the guy's right on the field.
That's true. I didn't even think about that. My dumb ass didn't even think of that.
Oh, we're not film connoisseurs, right? Cop?
No, it's a great point though. By the way,
absolutely. And big field goal.
I guess
listen. Cop, that was coaching right there. You lose your backup quarterback. You're at midfield. Mm-hmm. You need points. And what do? You bust out the Wildcat. Saquon said they were drawing it up on the sidelines. Dable was drawing up on the sidelines like it was a middle school football game in the dirt. And that's coaching, man. You got both your quarterbacks out. It's mayhem. It's chaos.
And
who's coming in?
And look, I think Joe Judge would have shit a brick.
Joe Judge would have punted it on first down as soon as Taylor went down.
I don't think, Dable hung tough, man. Good block for the Bears, man.
Yeah, another rough special teams play.
Watch this. This is just a good block, right? Boom. Smith gets creamed.
Yeah, set the edge.
Big lineman on him. Belton gets in there and cleans it up.
I like Belton. I agree with
Yeah,
you
I
on
do
that
too.
one.
I think it's gonna take him some time. He's gonna need
Yeah.
some more coaching. He gave up big plays at Iowa, but he also made some. He's an NFL player. Um, he's just gonna need a little bit more time in coaching. I think he can be really good for us. Fox got creamed right there.
I know. It's like, damn, man.
Boom, nice
Boom.
tackle there. Dory,
Nice tackle.
again, man,
Dory's a hell of a
I
tackler,
eat
dude.
crow every time I watch one of these about
That
it.
sucker could tackle.
Yeah, I saw him play a lot for the Titans, man. I saw a lot of highlights, and I just thought he gave up a lot of plays. But you know what? He was a young player at that time.
Right.
Maybe he's grown and changed just being a veteran, and I got to give him a lot of credit, man. He's played well for us.
Yeah, he played well last year, man. And we had Bradbury, and I still felt that Dory was the number one, even though, all due respect, Bradbury did shadow the number one receivers. You can't take that away from him. But
Look
Adoree
who
played
it
well
is.
last year.
Look who it is again right here, Tommy. Watch this. Tay Crowder.
Jeez, man, nice
Right
play.
there, man.
Fighting off the tackles, that's just a nice play.
Tay Crowder. I mean, look, I mean, maybe he didn't have a great Cowboy game either. Like, it's
Right.
how you gonna have to answer for that.
But he's active, man. At least he's on the stat sheet. At least he's getting in there, dude. I mean, you're gonna make bad plays. At least he's active. He's making play. Fought off the right tackle right there. Wasn't like he was fighting off a running back or a fullback either. Big
Things are getting
stop.
really, and Tommy, I like that term you use. Things are getting really sticky right here. I mean, now we're
Another big stop, though, right? It's the third big stop here in the fourth quarter, if you count them.
But the offense, things are getting
Offense getting sticky
We're
icky,
inside
though.
the 5 now. Daniel's hurt. No Tyrod.
This is scary.
Look,
I was scared right here, Cop. I was worried here.
My man's ankle's hurting. He's going to go out there. You know what I'm saying, Tommy? He's not thinking about anything else other than trying to help this team win.
Absolutely. He's a gamer.
The intangibles that, I wish people would. This guy beat the Eagles on a broken freaking neck, right?
Absolutely.
Come on, man. Like, he's going back out there. He shouldn't even be out there.
No, he should not be out there. And this is a tough drive because, again, what are you going to do? All you're going to do is run Barkley. You're not taking any chances here in the shadow of your own end zone.
Especially with a guy on one wheel.
No, absolutely not.
Look at him back there. He's limping around.
Hate to see him like that too, man. Really hurts to see him like that.
And you don't have Neal.
Right.
Right. And so
at this point, Galladay's out, and Galladay's very important to the offense.
Situation, so. You're right. I hate to say it is sticky. You're right. It's a terribly sticky situation. He gets it's sticky.
His separation is sticky. That's what it was sticky. Galladay's separation, man.
Oh,
right. Scottish Hammer back again.
Guy, the hammer, the sledgehammer.
Look at that, dude. And
then
holy
how
cow.
big is that?
100%, Cop, 100%. That punt being so good caused that fumble. That return, didn't expect that punt to be that good.
Yeah, look at the sidelines too. Come on.
Yeah, no, this is a phenomenal punt. I said it that day. The best punt we had in about 10 years since Jeff Fiegels.
And look at the sidelines. They're just so into it, right? This is what you want your team to be like, right?
Hell yeah, that was the game. Still had a few more plays, but
it really was because the momentum could have swung so fast in the Bears' favor here. Saquon being Saquon here.
There we go.
What the north-south view of this is going to be.
Just listen, it is what it is. He's decisive.
About sticky. This is going to make you cream your pants right here.
Boom, boom,
what
boom,
is
boom,
that?
boom, boom, boom. Can't stop that, man. Get out of here.
Looks like the best back in the league to me.
It's like 2018 all over again. Just better. Yep. Look at that. Following the blockers again.
And again, you're going to the side that Neal should be at.
And who we got out there? Hamilton? Is that Devery Hamilton?
I believe so, yes. And look, you come in and do a job, right? You come in and try, and that's all you can ask for.
Yeah.
This game could have flipped at any moment with Jones.
Absolutely.
Because looking at Jones right here.
Oh, he has nothing left.
Well, you don't want him throwing. Now, granted, it's not his back foot, it's his front foot. So obviously he would be able to plant. But just watching him there, he's ginger. He's just so ginger.
Yeah. He can't even fake run.
Yeah, but I mean, you think he's back in the game here. You think he's okay, right? Because when you're
Yeah.
watching the game originally,
Yeah, you're like, all right, here we go. He's back. He's
he's
good.
back. It's all good. But like watching it back
Yeah,
here, you can
no,
tell
he
that
got
he's
nothing.
not. He's got nothing. You're right.
No,
He's got nothing. He couldn't
fucking love
run
that. I
10
love that
yards.
kid, man. I don't care what no one says. Nobody could say a bad word about Jones to me. I know he has opportunities. I love that kid, man. Tough as
That's
they come.
that's a
He's
good
just a
no
gamer.
miss. Well,
That was
again,
the
man,
miss.
I say it over and over. I would think that New York has got, and I'm New Jersey. I'm sure it's got a lot of reputation for being tough. And I
Right.
would think that you would admire a tough player like Jones, who's been hurt multiple times, and he's went out there and put his body on the line.
And listen, I get it, Cop. Well, it's not easy replacing Eli Manning. Not easy replacing a two-time Super Bowl MVP. I get it. But give the kid credit for what he does well. You don't have to say he's a top 5 quarterback. He should get a gazillion-dollar contract, but give the kid credit for what he does.
Yeah.
That's only fair. That's all I'm asking for. Be fair.
Watching back this all-22, by the way, Dexter disrupting there. We just can't get that cleaned up. Watching it back, I just don't know if Jones will play this weekend.
Yeah, I don't think so, Cop. I think they play it safe.
I mean,
and maybe for the best.
he was very ginger on that.
Yeah.
Here comes O'Shane off the edge. He just can't get there. There's not enough speed.
And O'Shane has what I like to call frustrating ability, where he has the tools, he has the speed, has good bend, grip, swim, whatever, but he just never fully gets there.
Yeah.
Never fully puts it together.
Yeah, you can see there he's lacking a little bit of speed there.
Yeah. I think at this point the Bears are kind of exasperated. Nothing working here in the fourth quarter for them. Giants defense just pinning their ears back.
This is the last play.
This was a good play, man. This was a scary one right here. There's some good throws on this play.
Yeah, you start having that Deshaun.
Yeah, like
Jackson,
really
scared to death. Like, oh my God, is this going to happen? And yeah, when they get past the 50, it's like, oh no,
yeah,
I'm scared now. I'm shitting my pants.
Only thing I felt a little good about is that they had to get the 2-point conversion to tie, but still, I was like, what is going on here?
What is going on?
Get this ball, get this guy down.
Yeah, and look, it's Tay Crowder trying to finish
what
the
he started. Nice play right there. Look at him.
Yeah,
there we go. Tay Crowder, man of the hour.
We'll get the north side. I mean, it's a hell of a try by the Bears,
Yeah, no, that was good. I think they said it lasted like over a minute long, this play.
Yeah. I mean, and look, some of the guys, the Giants, they just want to stay back to make sure that.
Of course.
And look, they're being disciplined, right? I mean, they've clearly maybe talked about this or practiced this in some capacity. They've got a game plan of what they want to do. They're well coached, obviously. I think that you definitely can say they're well coached. Maybe they lack a little talent here and there, but they're definitely well coached.
And that's something you notice a lot with the Joe Judge teams. I mean, how many times you're watching the game and you're like, we got out coached there. He's challenging a play that's not challengeable. He's using all his timeouts. It's a minute and a half left in the first half. We got 0 timeouts.
Yeah.
Game's almost over. We got 0 timeouts.
So the takeaway from there, I mean, obviously, good. The Giants won and got 3-1 there.
3-1, baby.
The takeaway that I feel like some of the players there was obviously Barkley had a big game, right? He had a great game. Seems like we said Tay Crowder's name every other defensive play. He had a great game.
Definition of active.
Dexter Lawrence had a great game.
Phenomenal.
Trying to think who else off the top of my.
Bellinger played well, especially in the first half.
Yeah, Bellinger did his job.
Adoree Jackson, great tackling. Good
Adoree Jackson. Yep, I would definitely say that. And Fabian too. On his spots. It was good to see Darius get a couple action. I want
to see him, Cop. I want to see him. Let's get him out there.
I really do. I want to see him.
I'd rather see him over Galladay and Sills Army right now. I'll take Slayton over them too right now. Easy.
Yeah. So I saw a couple questions. I know my buddy Nash Graffs asked. That was actually you can get the All-22 on NFL Plus. Go to NFL.com, get NFL Plus. It's like cheap. It's like $5 a month or something like that. $40 for the whole year. It's not that big of a deal. It's something I just started doing this year just to I think it was. I tell you what, it was a lot of fun doing it with you, Tommy. I thought
Yeah, I enjoyed it.
I thought that was great.
Interesting perspective, right? When you, like you said, when you watch it back without all the chaos, emotion, up and down,
Yep.
checking Twitter, checking, you know what I'm saying? Like you actually get to focus and zone in.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, it's you're exactly right. I mean, you've got to you look at it from a different perspective. You don't worry about all the wins and losses and this and that, and you just got to get to focus in on what's going on. And so the biggest thing is, it sucks that without Daniel, I don't know what they would do at quarterback.
It's gonna be interesting.
I don't know. I will say this. Let me bring up this point. And I think this is a good discussion, Tommy. So one of the reasons why I was kind of going against Tommy Two Takes on Twitter was because you are definitely one of the few. Well, I shouldn't say few. There's a lot of you. Okay, that is very anti Gettleman, and you like to remind that on Twitter, right? And look, I think the anti Gettleman tweets get more likes than the non anti.
Absolutely.
But as a fan, I look at Gettleman. And I bring him up because a lot of his players are helping the Giants win games this year.
Right.
And I feel like he deserves – look, the biggest thing is, like, I feel like Joe Judge failed the Giants. I don't feel like Dave Gettleman failed. Now, should Dave Gettleman should have got fired? Yes. Okay, they needed to clean house, period. Okay, the whole thing needed a new facelift, right?
Right.
But Dave Gettleman did get some things right. He got Andrew Thomas right. I mean, look at that. He got. I mean, he got the trade. Yeah, he traded up and got Xavier McKinney. That's clearly right. Now, look, Jones. He clearly got that right between him and Haskins. Right. God rest Haskins' soul.
Rest in peace.
Rest in peace. But he got that right.
And even Evan Neal, if you think about it, Cop, the reason we were in a position, and I'm not going to stick up for Gettleman. Obviously, I had issues with him in his tenure here. As the season has progressed, you are getting to that weird territory where it's like, hey, maybe it wasn't so bad after all. Maybe it was a terrible coach like Joe Judge.
That's what I'm saying.
I'm not fully disagreeing with you there at all. He had his misses. Listen, he's got to pay up for Galladay. That was a brutal miss. Nate Solder. But with the free agent market, sometimes whoever's out there is out there.
He missed on Parsons too.
Missed on Parsons with the trade back. But he's had some hits, and you could argue Xavier McKinney and Andrew Thomas are maybe our top two players outside of Barkley overall.
Well, look, I mean, I don't blame him for Kenny Galladay fully because the whole fan base wanted Kenny Galladay.
Oh, I was hyped, dude. That was like winning the Super Bowl on Twitter that day in YouTube. We were like, remember everybody was checking. We were waiting, refresh.
It was Plaxico 2.0.
Yeah, man,
that's what we all thought. And he's terrible. He's terrible. And if you want to put that on Gettleman, fine. Obviously, there's others. James Bradbury's obviously playing good for the Eagles. I hate them, but
that sucks.
It does suck. And obviously, I think the contracts or the money situation sucks for the Giants at the time, right? With Joe Shane cleaned up. But to me, I feel like Dave Gettleman did what a lot of the fan base would have done anyways. He kind of went all in. And tried to make things work, and they ultimately just didn't work.
And his ass was to the fire, Gettleman. I know for a fact, upper management told him, this is it. If you don't get it right this year, you're gone, whether it's retiring, leave, whatever it is. And he went out and he got the best wide receiver on the market.
I guess the biggest thing with me, Tommy, is I look at a lot of the players that we have still on this team, and they were on our team a year ago or even 2 years ago. And yes, Joe Shane has brought in some new guys, right? I don't think it was hard for him to draft Kayvon. I don't think it was hard for him to draft Evan Neal. I think it was pretty obvious, that
he fell into our lap. Let's be honest.
They fell into our lap. But the biggest change that I feel like the Giants has had here is coaching.
Right.
And I think the coaching is what's elevated the Giants into actually being a 3-1 team after the first 4 games.
Absolutely. You've seen it in that game just now. Like, I know I keep bringing up that last drive with the Wildcat, but it was chaos going there. You have no quarterback. The game is still on the line. You're at midfield. You're not in scoring range yet. And what do? all right, we're going to run Wildcat. Stop it. Go stop it. And like you said, you brought up a good point. What does Joe Judge do adversely in that situation? He's fucking running the ball into the line 3 straight times and punting it. He's punting it from his own 39-yard line at that point. And that's the biggest difference. And it's not just aggression, it's smart aggression. Like we go for the 2-point conversion against the Titans, right? To win the game. You think Joe Judge does that? Does Pat Schumer do that? I don't know, maybe. But Dable did it, and we won the game. That the NFL, the margin for victory and loss is so slim. And if you have a coach that challenges plays that are not challengeable, uses all his timeouts in the first and third quarter, that's going to lose you football games. It's going to make the players look worse. So I don't fully disagree with you there. I'm not, it wasn't just the on-field stuff with Gettleman. A lot of stuff came out from inside too about what kind of guy he was. We don't know that's true or not. That's all hearsay. But listen, he has done some good things. You're not wrong.
I just feel like that when you talk about last year or last couple of years, to me, there needs to be more emphasis on it was actually the coaching that was put more heat on. Man, Joe Judge just sucked as a head coach.
Right.
Pat Shermer wasn't a great, good coordinator, but a bad head coach, right? To me, the Gettleman blame game, which is so strong on Twitter, it's still strong today.
Right.
It's like, come on, guys. Like, there's some key pieces here that he's given the Giants that Joe Shane inherited. And, I don't think that them not giving Jones a 5th-year option, I think that was just, look, we want to see what he can do.
Yeah, we don't know.
We don't know. Like, let's see. And I actually think that from the first 4 games, I actually could see Joe Shane and Dable liking what Daniel brings to the table.
Absolutely.
Especially
Dable. You've seen him on the field with Jones in his face, positively reassuring him, patting him on the back. And someone said they were talking about it.
Yeah, I'm glad you brought that up, Tommy.
And it's just such a stark difference from Joe Judge, who sat on the sideline. And I hate to knock the guy. Listen, I'm glad he's still in the NFL. He's with New England. He's he's helping Matt Jones out there. This is the thing. You see it right in front of your face. And who's benefited from these first 4 games the most? Probably Dave Gettleman, because Barkley is having a resurgence. Jones is playing better every game. Andrew Thomas is a franchise tackle. And I hate to big your point up because I was on the other end of it, but I'm not a bullshit artist. If I'm wrong or I'm on one end, I'm going to what's happening now. And he's really benefited from these first 4 games.
Yeah, well, that's I guess that's what I'm getting at here.
Absolutely.
There's a lot of off-season heat on how terrible Gettleman was. Yet when you look at the guys that are succeeding right now for the Giants and the reason why we're 3-1, these are the same guys that were on the team a year ago, and these are the same guys that we drafted, right? I mean, and the offense in this game, when you look at this game alone, is literally Daniel Jones and Barkley. That's it.
Absolutely.
I mean, what big play did you
see? That's it. Other than maybe a little bit of Bellinger here and there, but
a little bit of Bellinger. But what receiver? I mean, James had maybe a big third down catch. Obviously, Darius had one, but there was not like a big presence from the receiving core in this game from that point. And then when you look at the defensive side, who did we bring up a lot? Tay Crowder, right? Mr. Irrelevant. Like who?
Right. Adoree Jackson. Another Gettleman
free agent. Xavier McKinney was making good plays.
Yep.
Dexter Lawrence. I mean, that's all I'm getting at, Tommy, is the fact that I think you can obviously sit back and nitpick a lot of the things that happened from Gettleman and say a lot of the things he did wrong. But when I watch this game and I watch back, I say, damn it, like he drafted these players. And now they're actually getting incredible coaching, good, solid coaching that they deserve, and we're winning games. Now, are we ready to beat the Cowboys? Who the hell knows?
Yeah, still need a few more pieces. Need some depth.
I mean, we definitely need another piece, and that's where I'm excited about what Dable and Joe Shane will do with it in the offseason. But
they're going to have some money to spend, too.
They're going to have some – you're right. They're going to have some money to spend. And let me tell you something what I like about Dable. It's like you said with Gleetro. Hey, Kenny, you're not doing the job. You got to sit your ass on the bench.
Happened with Jones, too. Week 1, Jones throws the brutal interception in the end zone versus the Titans. Fox flashes to the sidelines, and Dable's right in Jones' face like, you can't make that play. I'll give a shit if it's a back shoulder or not, or what you thought it was. And you know what? Daniel has responded to that. He's had 1 turnover since then, and it was because Sills Army decides to fall down in the most important play of the game versus Dallas.
What do you feel like? And we'll get ready to wrap this thing up. If you guys got any questions, hit us up. Hit us up now. What do you think outside of being hurt? What do you think the issue is with Tony?
That's a good question.
Because I don't think he knows the playbook, Tommy.
I'm going to be honest. I think it's maturity. I think when you see, and listen, man, the NFL is not easy for young players. You wake up one day and you got $5 million in your bank account, women everywhere, you're making rap albums, but some players can do it at a young age, and Tony has not been able to. And I love the explosiveness, I love the agility, I love when he has been out there. But think about it, Cop. He's been an issue since day one. He gets to mini camp last year, has the cleat issue. I have the wrong cleats. I can't practice. Takes a couple days off. He had a lot of personal days last year off. Has the injuries. He's fighting with everybody in the media. He's fighting with fans on Twitter and Instagram. Didn't know the playbook last year. That's a fact. He didn't get on the field initially because he didn't know the playbook. So you figure it's a new year, fresh start. And what happens as soon as camp rolls around? Oh, Tony has a little injury. He's not going to play this week. Oh, Tony has a little injury. He's out for the whole preseason. He'll be ready for the regular season, though. And then just like that, he's gone. And he gave us that one Dallas game where, even in that game, he hits another player, gets kicked out of the game. I think he's immature, man. And I think the biggest problem is when you're fighting with the media, in the media, you know how the New York media could be. These guys get like piranhas. Once you give them a little bit of meat, they're coming for that pound of flesh. And I don't know if he can handle playing in New York. So far, he can't.
Yeah, and we really need him.
Being honest, dude.
Like, we really need him
desperately.
Like, it's just this team. And I don't know. I'm sure you didn't think that the Giants were going to go win the Super Bowl this year. I don't know if anybody did, but I think the biggest thing is what I'd like to see is it would be fun if they could make the playoffs. That'd be cool, right, Tommy? I mean, like if they could
do it, cops. Teams that go 4-1 have a 76% chance of making the playoffs. 76%.
And now teams make the playoffs now.
Right, exactly.
There's another team. There's 7 now. So I mean, when you look at the NFC, there's a lot of teams that are 2-2 or
so
worse.
Mad the Eagles came back in that Jacksonville game. Like, really, Trevor Lawrence, you fumbled it 4 times, dude, against the Eagles. You couldn't bring it home. But listen, I'm happy with 3-1. If I would have whispered to you or anybody else in June and said, hey, this team's going to be 3-1 in the first 4, you'd have been like, thank you. I'll sign. Where do I sign?
Yeah, I would have took it too. I would have 100% took it. Matter of fact, I think I would have taken 2-2, honestly.
Absolutely. Cowboys, Titans.
So the fact that they've got the 3-1 is big. And look, I think these next couple games, like the Packer game,
2 tough games, Packers, Ravens.
That's a tough one, but I actually think the Ravens is a possibility, Tommy, because of Martindale. He's gonna be familiar with Lamar, maybe how to play that Ravens offense.
Absolutely. If you could split here, Cop, if you could split these two, if you can go 1-1, I think this team can make the playoffs. Now, injuries are a concern. I'm not gonna lie. The more the injuries pile up, the likelihood, that 76% chance, you got to weigh both of those, because if we don't have our quarterback, we don't have our top 3 receivers, we don't have cornerback number 2, we're missing guys everywhere. So got to get guys healthy. But if we could split and get some guys healthy, I think this team can make the playoffs. I really do.
Yeah, we need Wandale too.
Absolutely. I heard he's close to getting back.
Yeah.
Well, we always hear that about everybody. Everybody's day to day. That's the thing. And I love the way Dable handles injuries, because Dable is giving you nothing. And he was talking about Jones. It was so funny because the reporter's asking him, and he's acting like he doesn't know Dable. He's looking at his notepad. The guy's like, oh, what's Jones? He goes, ankle. Ankle, says ankle right here. And the guy goes, ankle? He says, yeah, ankle. He goes, high or low? I'm not going to talk about that.
Yeah. Well, I mean, why would you?
Yeah.
It's like I think watching this back, I don't know. I don't see Daniel playing.
Me neither.
I don't want to see Jake Fromm play. I really
Me neither.
I don't
What
want
about Davis Webb? Davis Webb was slinging it in the preseason, boy. The bootleg Aaron Rodgers versus the real Aaron Rodgers.
I mean, it sounds like we're bringing everybody else back, Landon Collins and BJ. I mean, sounds like everybody else is coming back, so might as well bring Davis Webb back.
Might as well, man. Getting the band back together.
I mean, you know, a lot of that stuff, I don't know what to really think about it. It's crazy because I definitely think, and I don't know how you feel about it, but I definitely think that Giant fans are a little sick over OBJ. You know,
Yeah, and I've been like that too. I've been bad with it. I'm not gonna lie.
well,
I
it's
think
just
what it, go ahead.
I've always said that it's like a abusive relationship with OBJ because you know he kind of hit us when he
Right.
went on TV and said,
Trash to Eli.
Justin and we got a quarterback problem,
Right.
and then
His father puts out the video. To me, the killer in that, and I don't want to dig too much, that's old news, but the killer in that OBJ situation is when his father puts out the video on Instagram of John Mara slamming the chair in the suite, in the luxury box. You don't
yeah,
go after anybody you go after, you do not go after the owner of the
yeah.
football team.
They're
That was
just
his one-way ticket.
and look, I don't care about the kicking net or the
No,
doing the all like obviously the old Giants fan, right? This is a fan base that's got old and young.
absolutely.
The old group, they don't want to see that. They don't care for that.
Right.
Young generation, it doesn't bother them. But the old, you can't be mad when the um old fans don't really appreciate it.
The Eagles
We had
celebration
that
where he
one,
picks up the leg to pee in the end zone
we
versus
had
the
that one
Eagles.
we had that one game against Josh Norman that was really kind of
Oh my
embarrassing.
goodness.
That was
That was
kind of
madness,
bad. That
dude.
was madness. Yeah, it
That
was.
was a good game though, man.
Yeah, but it wasn't like a football game. It was like a street fight.
No,
You
yeah,
know?
yeah, yeah.
It was just ugly, and it's like,
And we lost.
but then we can't let him go. We keep talking about him.
You know what it is too, Cop? It's the lack of success we've had, especially on offense since he left. I
Well,
guarantee you, if this Giants team was scoring 30 points a game last year, you wouldn't hear a lot of people talking about Odell Beckham. You probably wouldn't hear anybody talking about him. But it's the fact that we can't score. Ever since he left, we traded him. We can't score. So you're going to harken back to the old day. You're going to harken back, right? If you have an ex-girlfriend and you can't find a new girlfriend, what are you going to do?
well, the
Call her
reason
up.
well, that's what I'm saying. That's what I was getting ready to say.
Right, you're right.
Is that the thing that we need is an OBJ.
I know.
I hate to say it, and I removed myself.
I'm surprised you said it too.
I know I've removed myself from him. I really have. I mean, I've there's so many people that can't let him go.
Right.
I let him go, but then when I watch this team and I say to myself, okay, do I want to see Daniel leave this team? Because if we can't get a receiver, what I'm worried about, Tommy, is that we don't have success by the end of the year, and then we're gonna run Jones out of town.
Absolutely.
And I don't think it's fair this year. And I know we've said that
No.
almost every year about Jones. I don't think it's fair because they're getting better. Things are happening. We have no damn receivers. None.
No. You
None
see the game
whatsoever.
we just watched. You see, there wasn't a single play where we could say, "Oh wow, Danny missed that guy. He was
They
open." Oh,
literally
he
told
had.
Darius, go run down the field as fast as you can twice.
Yep.
Basically, I mean, and it's like you see, you're thinking like, I think I want OBJ back.
I do.
And obviously he's like a couple months away, but
Yeah, I know. LPJ said that today.
that's the thing. Is like if the Giants win some of these games and we're in the mix, you know what I'm saying? It's like
He has much. Listen, he has matured too. Listen, he wanted to get out of Cleveland. He raised some hell to get out of Cleveland. But look at Baker Mayfield, man.
I
Can you
just
blame?
know. I just know. Sorry to interrupt. I just
No,
know that we've got to like Tony's got to step up. Galladay, I'm giving up on Galladay, Tommy. I've
I'm
got
done.
that Evan Neal thing. I mean, not Evan Neal, Evan Ingram thing going on.
Yeah, he's
It's
gonna
like
milk this injury, Galladay. He doesn't want to be out there.
I've had enough.
He don't want to be out there.
Got your bag. Go be happy. You're not interested in being really that good.
No,
That's fine. Like whatever. Seals obviously is limited. Darius Slayton's obviously got a confidence problem.
right.
James is what James is. Where's it going to come from, Tom? You know what I'm saying? Like you're gonna put all the Shepard's hurt. Wandale's not a number one. You didn't draft him to be a
No.
number one. You're gonna count on Tony. You can't.
You don't even know if Tony's the number one. He hasn't proved he's the number one.
Yeah, I mean, but he's not. Well, he's not. Yeah, I mean, you need to like. I hate to say it, but fuck.
Listen, I'm down. I'm signed.
I'm
I'll sell my soul to the devil to bring OBJ back, man.
I'd hate to say it, but it's like I'm starting to entertain it just for the sake of the Giants. And I know I shouldn't let his ass back, Tommy, because he's probably going to hit me.
Of
I
course.
know
He's gonna break our heart again,
he's
of
going to break
course.
my heart. And I know I shouldn't say that, but I'm desperate, and I want to beat the Cowboys. I want to beat the Eagles. We're going to beat the Commanders regardless.
Oh, they're
But
trash.
I want to beat those teams, and we
Cop,
can't.
listen. Look at AJ Brown on the Eagles. Look at the difference AJ Brown has made on that Eagles passing offense.
I know. You know what pisses me off about them, Tommy, is they got lucky for two reasons. Number one, we had to let Bradbury go.
I
And of
know.
course, he falls right in their damn lap. And
I'm
then the
still
Titans
tight about that.
situation, the Titans have to move on from him because
Right.
they've got issues. And guess where he fucking falls?
Yep.
In Philly.
Right in their hands.
I mean, it's like you geeks, you bird shit gang, y'all
Can't stand
literally
them.
get 2 breaks that fall right into your lap. And it could have been any other team, Tommy. It could have been
Of
any other
course.
team. Why did it have to be Philly of all teams?
Yep. I can't wait till we play them, dude. I'm so looking. I know I shouldn't be looking ahead to any games because we're a rebuilding team, and I can't wait till we play the Eagles.
Well,
dude.
the interesting thing I think about our schedule is we don't play another NFC East team, which is the Cowboys, until Thanksgiving.
Right.
So we've got several games here where we've got to compete, stay in contention,
Absolutely.
not necessarily to win an NFC East title, but just stay in contention, because those games that's gonna be the make or break, because I think we play like the NFC East like 4 games in a row.
Yeah, it's
So, like
crazy in
the
the second half.
Cowboys and then the Commanders and then Eagles and Commanders. It's really weird. But those are the games that are going to be, in my opinion, make or break if we make the playoffs. Because
Yeah.
I think we'll do okay these next few games. But
And
I
to
get
make a statement, Cop, what are we 1-9, 1-10 versus Dallas in the last? I think we're 1-9 in the last
Cowboy
10 games.
fans. I think Cowboy
Do
fans
not let Dallas
are 1
beat
and
you
10.
9 out of 10 games, man. That has to change. Listen, I'm all for the rebuild and taking time, and we're going to take it slow, and it's a
Mhm.
process, and we don't have any cap room. This is not going to turn around. This Giants rebuild not going to turn around until we start beating Dallas and Philly. Once we start beating Dallas and Philly, even if we split, we got to beat Dallas, man. We can't let them every year sweep us. This is
Well,
ridiculous.
what sucks is the next time we play them, we're going to play them on a short week
Yep.
at
In
their
Dallas
in
on
that.
Thanksgiving. They're gonna have the turkey chicken legs out. It's
It's
gonna
going
be
to
a
be
shit show.
every damn advantage for them.
Dak's gonna be back probably,
Yeah,
definitely.
I mean, it's going to be.
But hey, listen, we're 3-1.
Yeah, which
Let's live in the moment.
yeah, I'm having a great time. Don't get me wrong. I'm
Me
having a
too.
blast. It's been 11 years since the Giants were 3-1. I'm having
Absolutely.
fun this season. It's been a good season so far. Cowboy game sucked, but I think there was reasons why we lost the Cowboy game. Williams is out.
Fucking prime time too, man. Can we just not play in prime time until we get situated?
Into the color rush
I
jersey.
hate playing. I know, man.
I'm glad we won in these jerseys.
Could we make these permanent? Are you a co-signer on making these permanent or no?
Tommy, I'd give up my left nut. I don't need it anymore. I'd give it up to
That's what I want to hear.
Yes, I agree. I heard someone say this maybe a year or two ago that kind of caught my attention, that the Giants, those particular uniforms that we just wore this weekend, were very college, like had a college feel to them.
Okay.
And I actually don't think that's a bad thing. Like I mean, they've got. I mean, I get that. I look at them like, yeah,
Yeah. That's true.
obviously we haven't played in them since maybe the late 90s,
Yeah.
98, 99, something like that.
Yeah. Ken
Um,
Graham, Dave Brown era, Danny
yeah.
Cannell.
Yep. I miss the uniforms. I will say this: watching them on Sunday, I didn't realize how much I missed them.
Me too.
I grew up on those uniforms.
Me too, man.
I loved them. They were great, and looking at them, I was like, man, they're an improvement. And to me, man, I tell you this, not for nothing. I have nothing to do with this, but the Giants play in New Jersey. They're a New York team. To me, it doesn't make sense for them to play in New Jersey and have an NY on their helmets.
Right. It's true.
I think you should include New Jersey in that and just have the helmet say Giants.
That's true. And listen, they're in Jersey. They're in the community there. They're intertwined in the Jersey community. It's not a bad point.
I'm fine with them being the New York Giants and then playing in that part's fine with me. But it's like, at least include Jersey in that. And by just having the To me, it's a slap in the face in New Jersey by having the NY on the
Right.
helmet. If you want to get political, now I don't care about that, but
They used to have the jersey at midfield, the New Jersey logo at midfield,
they
way
did.
back in the day in Giant Stadium. But I agree, they could definitely mix it up. I think it's time to mix it up.
Now, would you? I saw someone said, would you have? You know, how the Color Rush helmet has the lighter blue instead of the darker
Right.
blue. And obviously, it was probably like that because they probably couldn't mix colors well in the 80s, as they can now.
Absolutely. Yep.
Obviously, things are different now. But would you have like the Color Rush helmet with this jersey?
That's a good question.
I mean, don't get me wrong, I like the darker helmets.
I think I would like the color rush a little bit. I wouldn't mind either one.
So,
I think the color rush would probably mesh a little bit better with this uniform.
yeah, because
But I wasn't mad, man. I liked it.
Which one? The ones this weekend?
Yeah, I was feeling the
Dude, the
combination.
last 2 weeks, I mean, the ones we wore against the Cowboys, I know we didn't win, and then these, I mean,
Beautiful.
it's like I'm back in heaven again. Watch the
And it
Giants.
sucks too because we won 2 rings with the other jerseys. So I hate to sit here and be like,
I
these
know.
jerseys are terrible because thank God we won 2 rings with it. But listen, sometimes it's time for a change, man. It is what it is.
Yeah.
You got these players are young, younger generation. Switch it up, man. Switch it, and not even just switching it up. You're switching it up as an ode to the past.
Well, I get why they do this because it helps with jersey sales.
Of
You
course,
make money
of
on it. I
course.
get all that. I understand it. It's just, to me, when I look at our jerseys, I'm like, well, what's the best? What looks the best?
Absolutely.
What I saw this weekend to me looks the best.
Yeah, everything too. The stadium layout, it was just
Yeah. And I
straight fire.
miss old Giant Stadium. I was
Me too.
lucky enough to catch a game there before they
Me
tore
too.
it down. I missed that. I missed the
That
grass.
stadium had ambiance. Listen, looks wise, it wasn't the prettiest stadium in the world. Definitely wasn't modern, but it had that ambiance, man.
Oh, yeah.
When they opened up those doors in the stadium and that wind gust blew in, you knew where you were. You knew you were in Giant Stadium.
Absolutely.
And they used to do that on purpose, remember, to affect the other team. They would
Yeah.
open up the doors on the field right
Mhm.
when the team was kicking, man. So that was a little
Parcells.
nuance.
That's that Bill Parcells. Yeah. It was really good to see the uniforms back again. And it's so weird because
Absolutely.
you have a presence on Twitter. I'm on Twitter, and there's a lot of young people on Twitter. A lot of young Giant fans,
Yeah,
early 20s, late teens,
sure.
and they've got a big voice on there. And
Absolutely.
I don't know it's so funny because I wonder what it was like for them this weekend,
Right.
to see those uniforms and like if they felt anything like, I mean, obviously they've probably looked back at photos, video clips of like Lawrence Taylor and those days, but we actually lived those. We're old enough to we lived
Right.
those uniforms. And like you said, Kent Graham, Dave Brown,
Absolutely.
we lived that uniform. And so I definitely think it was awesome that the Giants brought it back. Obviously, there was monetary reasons, but it's a
Sure.
respect thing to come back to guys our age to see them again. But I wondered what the young generation thought about
Listen,
seeing those
Cop,
uniforms.
to your point, the young generation, what have they seen out of this uniform the last 10 years? Not much, dude. You know what I'm saying? Not much.
Yeah.
They haven't seen, a lot of them didn't get to see, Eli in his prime and the Patriots Slayers. So I think the young crowd was loving it.
Yeah.
I could see it out there. A lot of energy, excitement.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, Tommy, tell everybody where they can find you again on Twitter and on YouTube or anything else that you've got going on.
Well, first of all, before I get to that, I had a blast tonight. Breaking
Yeah, this
down
was
film
fun.
was awesome. I'm a big fan of yours, man. Regardless of our fun we had prior to this last month, big fan of you, your daughter. She's absolutely amazing, man. You do it the right way. You entertain. You don't sit there and read from a piece of paper and give some spiel to people, And
Thanks.
no knock to everybody. The great part about the Giants content creating community is whether you like it or love it, there's a lane for everybody. Everybody has their own lane, whether it's super entertaining, whether it's a little bit boring, whether it's comedy in the middle. Everybody has their own lane. I think in your lane you excel. I think you're at the top of where you are at right now, and you should be. So shout out to you, kudos to you. You have an amazing fan base. I go through the comments; they're locked in, they're engaged. If I could even have a fragment of them on my YouTube, like I'm just starting my YouTube up. But you guys can catch me. I'm on the Giants Country YouTube. My show is Tommy's Takes. Started it, like I said, about a month and a half ago. So slow goings. We're starting to get it. We're starting to get it rolling. I just learned how to video edit the last like week and a half, 2 weeks. So my eyes have been bleeding looking at screens. But any support I really appreciate, especially on my YouTube channel. A lot of you guys you probably know me on Twitter. It's Tommy G105. You can catch me on there, but the YouTube really means a lot because, for content creation purposes, to keep going, you want that support. You kind of need that support, that reassurance to like, hey, you're doing this right. You're on the right path. We got your back. And I want to do it for you guys too. I work a full-time job, just like I'm sure Cop does. I work 60 hours a week. First thing on my mind when I get out of work is making content. I love the Giants. Been a Giants fan for 25, 30 years it's been. And like I said earlier in the show, I used to do this when I was a kid. I'd write some scribbly notes after the game, and I would talk into a fake camera. And, I felt like I was meant to do this, and this is my passion. And so anybody will follow or whatever, it really means the world to me.
That's awesome. And you're right, Tom. I've got a lot of haters. But there's a lot of Cowboys and Eagle fans, and Commander.
I'm surprised by that too. That's funny you mentioned. I'm glad you brought that up. I was going, after you dissed me in that video, I'm like, and forgive me, I didn't know who you were at the time, just because I haven't been around long. I've only been around for a few months. I'm still getting to meet and know everybody, and I'm seeing Cowboys fans. Yeah, Cop, you're the man. Cop, you're the man. I'm like, what the fuck? That's a Cowboys fan?
I've had so many Cowboy fans and Eagle fans, and
that's dope, dude.
Honestly, have said this. These are my favorite comments, but I've had so many that Eagle fans or Cowboy fans to say, "Man, I wish you were a Cowboys fan, or I wish you were an Eagles fan," and stuff like that. And I talk a lot of shit about their teams. I do, but it's all in good fun, man. We have a great time. I like to pick at some of the content creators out there. I had one in particular last week, and Mark Holmes, that was a Cowboys fan. He didn't want no action, Tommy. He said he was, but what's interesting is what I've learned about that is you can get a vibe for what the other competition is feeling. Absolutely. And I can tell you, I think there was a lot of Cowboy fans won. Obviously, they beat us, but they were scared.
They didn't want that smoke with you.
No, they were scared.
They didn't want that smoke with Copizzle.
They thought for sure that they were going to lose, and obviously when they win, now they're feeling froggy, or they're feeling sticky. So it is what it is. But no, man, I've got a great bunch of people that follow me. I love it's, and I'll say this: like when I first started doing content, when I just got 10 views, I thought I was the man. Just to get a little, when I reached 100 views, I was like, this is crazy. This is nuts. I don't know why 100 people, or I'd even have 100 views. But now, when I get when I have my Cowboys post game, I think got over 10,000 views or something.
That's insane, dude.
And it's like I
couldn't even imagine my video getting that. That's insane, man. That's a testament to you and your work you put in too, though. That's not something that comes overnight or comes easy, man. That's not a viral moment. That's work, dude.
No, it absolutely. Well, I had a viral moment for when the Eagles stole Devontae Smith from us.
That's right. I remember that.
That was a big viral moment for me. It was very weird waking up, and next thing you know, your content's on Barstool Sports.
That's insane.
I was like, I don't want to be on Barstool Sports. I was just mad in the moment. I was like, well, look what the Giants are making me do. I'm on Barstool Sports. But no, it's like I've often said, man, I have to have a release when it comes to the games. I have to talk about the games. I have to have that ability to say what I feel, get it out of my chest. And that's why I'm doing these all-22s, because I'm so into the games. It's like, I don't even know what the hell happened at the end of the game. And so I do these post-game videos and I'm all over the place, but it's because I'm still jacked up on adrenaline. The Giants.
Yeah, it's all emotion. Those post-game recaps are all emotion, feeling the energy. You remember the big plays in the game,
They are the only drug that I've ever taken is the New York Giants. And there's all, it's like that needle every Sunday is what the Giants are. And obviously we're going to have to get it nice and early on.
Oh man, it's going to be a tough one, man. You're going to crack some beers at 9 a.m., man. It's going to be easy.
Yeah, I'm actually going to stream that game. And so
Oh yeah,
We'll see how it goes. I don't stream every game, but just I do a handful of them just because it's fun to do. But
that's interesting.
anyways,
I'll tune into that, man.
but Tommy, I appreciate you joining me, man. I thank you for coming on. This was great.
The only bad thing, I got one bad thing. Didn't get to meet baby doll.
Well, she's
That's the wife in the back. The wife wanted to meet her too.
She better be asleep right now. That's what she.
Next time.
Listen, dude, I can't tell you. She just started kindergarten, and she's the best.
She's
really
awesome, dude.
I mean, she's a great. She actually really enjoys doing the videos, and I was really reluctant to bring her on doing the videos because it's a cruel world, especially the internet.
Of course.
And the credit to all my subscribers and a lot of people that watch. They've been nothing but kind to her, and they've only said good things. I might have had one or two bad comments over the couple years I've had her on,
right?
But most of the comments are so great, and I think honestly, it's helped her be very sociable. She's very social, and so I think it's been a really good thing. So, but I appreciate the kind words on her, man, and best of luck. Continue with your channel, and you guys please check out Tommy, man. He's a good Giants fan, and he makes some good content. So, but anyways, you guys have a good rest of your night. I'll catch you guys later this week, and catch Tommy where you can find him.
Peace.